Hello everyone and welcome back to the 12th Man podcast. Today I am here with...
Hi, I'm still Dave and thank you for joining us, and today we've got a very special guest. We are joined by none other than...
Hi guys, this is James, back by unpopular demand. Howdy doodly do, folks.
Oh, Ned Flanders is back.
And this is the first and last time James will be back with us, so thank you.
You're welcome, Squire.
Alright, you can piss off now.
See ya.
Off you go. Alright guys, so what are we going to be looking at today? There's been lots and lots of... Oh, and James is out the building. So we have lots of different football news from this week. We've had a lot of transfer rumours as the transfer window is now open. Any exciting deals that you've heard of from the past week?
Well, I've been looking at rugby, right, this week.
No more rugby this week.
Snooker.
Right.
Yeah, snooker. Hockey.
Well, I just
The
made a video.
NFL draft.
They had the draft recently, didn't they? Yeah.
NFL.
Was there a breeze coming in?
I thought it was the NBA draft, wasn't it?
Oh, NBA draft. Yeah,
Yeah, they had
right,
the NBA
right,
draft
right.
last week.
Yeah.
So I just made a video about the possibility of Rafinha waiting for Barcelona, and it looking good for us. We now got a little bit of funds in our back pocket, or potentially got some funds.
From where?
And then, well, the potential sale of the BLM, not the Black Lives Matter, movement. Sorry. Yeah, the Barca licensing and merchandising arm, and then the TV rights.
That's a bad move, isn't it? Long term, don't you think?
Mate, I think we're backs against the wall. I think it's the lesser of two evils. What are we going to be doing, and how well is this picking up my voice? If only we had earphones, Jonesy, to listen in.
Well,
yes, okay.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah, So we voted on that the other week, so that's going to go ahead now. So if we can get a decent deal, so then we're going to have some funds. But we're still in the minus. We're still in debt. I think it's 144 million euros in the minus. So that means we still have to follow the 1 in 4 rule, which means that we can only spend €1 for every €4 that comes in. So we're definitely going to have to make some sales somewhere to even be able to do anything, to sign anything. However, Javier Tebas,
The Liga?
Yeah, the league. No, I pronounce his name like he's
Javier Tebas.
Little dish. He's a little piece of bread with some cheese on top there. No, he's come out and said that Barcelona can now officially sign some players. So it is looking a little bit better for us.
Yeah, the
what
1
was
million.
Your question?
The 1 million they have to spend.
Yes. We've got €10 we can spend.
Yeah.
Let's get some scratch cards maybe. What was your question again?
Well, you were talking about Rafinha, right?
Oh yeah. So he's going to wait for us. And
No, he's not.
Deco, well, him and Deco have been on holiday. They've been to Ibiza.
I think they've been at Stamford
living
Bridge.
it up like in Ibiza. So yeah.
I don't know about that one.
They've been waiting for the Barca bus. They've been sat at the bus stop waiting for the Barca bus to come along. They're going to wait for us. But apparently, Time and Leeds waits for no one. And they've said enough. And they've accepted.
Why would they wait for you?
They've accepted Chelsea's bid, and they did it just like an hour after I published my video saying, "Oh, Rafinha's going to wait for us. It's all right. Don't worry, guys. He's waiting for us." And then an hour later, your man,
Fabrizio Romano.
yeah,
Romano.
he popped up with a video. What's his catchphrase?
Mr. Here we go.
Yeah, Mr. Here
Okay,
we
guys,
go.
here we go.
Yeah, he popped up and Rafinha to Chelsea.
It's not a done deal, is it? There's Chelsea and who else were rumoured? Arsenal were in for him as well.
If he comes out and says it, no.
Spurs
Spurs
probably
were at
less
the
likely.
back of the queue.
They'll go for Richarlison, I think.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, I don't want Richarlison. You can have him. He was linked with Newcastle this week as well, and I was like,
Was he?
Yeah. I think his
Chelsea-
agent's probably just giving him to everyone, isn't he, right now?
Yeah. Is this a player engineering a move out the club, or just
Has
Everton
to be.
have had offers and they're just willing to sell? What's going on?
How much were they offering? Was it 40, 50
I
million for
reckon he
him?
could go as much as 60.
I don't think he's
Really?
worth that much.
Yes. Bill Kenwright and Daniel Levy were seen spotted having dinner the other night.
So it'll be an expensive
In
one for you then.
Mackey's.
Yeah, having a Mackey's.
They'll need a Mackey's if they're trying to get
I guess
Richarlison.
discussing the Richarlison deal and Anthony Gordon probably in the deal as well, the young fella.
He's
And
a decent lad.
maybe Harry Winks or Stephen Bergwijn going the other way as well.
I thought Bergwijn was going to Ajax.
I thought they had agreed a deal.
Or
And then
PSV,
suddenly
was it?
Ajax,
Ajax, was
because he
Ajax,
wants to
okay.
move back to his homeland. But apparently Spurs allegedly have thrown him in the mix for the Richarlison deal. Maybe like
as a
Bergwijn plus 40 million, and allegedly this was rejected by Everton.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Bergwijn's probably pretty decent for their midfield. Everton's midfield, at least. They don't really have much, do they?
Yeah, well, they've got Dele Alli still to utilise, haven't they?
That's on loan, wasn't he? Or did they make that permanent?
To make permanent, but they're trying. I think they're trying to offload him anyway. Getting back to Richarlison, I'm not a massive fan. He'll get you 12 goals. He's very passionate. He plays on the edge. I like that. But there's a lot of shithousery and whining and
too much whining. That's what I hate about him.
He gets involved in stuff. It's just like, leave it. Just focus on. You're a goal scorer. You're meant to be focusing on that.
He doesn't even score goals though.
It's like a 1 in 3. It's a bit like your lad Gabriel Jesus going to Arsenal now as well. He's a 1 in 3 guy.
I don't know. Is he worth that? Is he worth 60 odd million now?
I don't think so. I'd rather us pay another 20 million and go for a real elite striker from somewhere. One of those guys in Serie A, like Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan, Victor Osimhen of Napoli. Young guys, younger than Richarlison.
You like young guys?
To play for Tottenham, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because they've got lots of the longevity.
I think that's what Newcastle are doing now. We've bought a lot of young players coming in, so all the new targets that we've been linked with are all
your
pretty
first big signing of the summer, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Sven Botman. We've been looking at him since January now, and we had 2 bids for him in January knocked down because Lille didn't really want to sell him at the time. And then obviously we've gone back in for him this summer, but even then there's been a bit of a tussle between sort of AC Milan. They were in for him as well. They had offers on the table. I think that even Botman himself actually came out and said, look, I prefer to go to the San Siro. But, obviously we've won the race, we've got the money.
He's highly touted, highly rated.
He is, yeah.
Why do you think Newcastle have won that race to sign him?
Probably the project, I would say. I mean, if you look at all the players that we have, he's going to come in, probably first team. He's going to be a first team player, isn't he? He's going to start straight away. He wants to play in the Premier League as well, so definitely going into the Premier League is going to be a big deal for him. Would you want to go to Italy or would you go to the Premier League? I think you probably want to play in the Premier League.
What's the wage structure he's on?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet what the wage structure.
Because the deal paying out the big mega wages yet.
No. We still have a wage structure, and from what I've heard, the signings that we've made have all fit the previous wage structure that we had under Mike Ashley. So all well and good actually, because if you look at the players that we've been linked with, you would expect them all to be on like mega wages, right? And we have the money to pay anyway. But the structure that we have has been really well actually.
What's the wage structure under Mike Ashley then? Do you have to pay him to play at the club or something like that? I wouldn't be surprised, something like that. Yeah. No, I think you've done very well because you've not let anyone hold you over the barrel.
Exactly. That's
not you. I mean Newcastle. Yeah, you're over the barrel all the time.
But I mean with Newcastle, I mean the fees that we've paid for some of the transfers as well has been kind of reasonable for the quality of the player that we've got, right?
Yeah, you've got some pretty good.
Yeah, some really good deals, right? Like Nick Pope for like 10 million in England.
Like Nick Pope.
England international goalkeeper. I think if he plays well this year, he can definitely replace Jordan Pickford to be number 1.
Quite possibly.
I think so. Everton are on a downhill slope, aren't they? Don't you think?
Yeah. Is that one of the situations where you is the Everton bashing starts already?
It started.
Yes, it started. A few bad results at the start of the season, and Lampard's kind of book his favourite to go. That kind of situation.
I would think so. I mean, they scraped by their skin of their teeth just to stay up, didn't they? Really,
Is that acceptable for a club of their size to be?
If you look at the squad that they have, that's
relegation.
probably about where they're at, isn't it? Really, just hovering above relegation. To be honest, I think look at their squad. They've got an aging squad. There's no youth players except the Gordon. He's pretty decent. You got likes of Tom Davis. Hasn't really performed that well.
Yeah, he burst on the scene, and then he's one of those guys where they've just kind of plateaued.
Same Dominic Calvert-Lewin again. I mean, if you look at it, if those players come into next season fully fit, they might be able to, mount some kind of, season out of them.
At the very least, it should be mid-table.
Yeah, mid-table.
You think so?
Yeah, I reckon. They're too big to be down.
What do you mean mid-table? What position do you think they should be then?
Mid-table.
What's mid-table to you?
Or even the top half of the table.
No way.
I think they've got.
I don't think it should be top half of the table.
The player we're trying to bring in now, Richarlison, is a quality player. I have to big him up now. No, I'm not.
Yeah, but
after what I just said, I'm joking.
If you look at all the teams now, would you think Everton played better than Leicester, than Wolves, than West Ham.
Maybe we're looking at it on paper, and they've got some
I don't know.
decent players. Is it
When you say that,
Yerry
Mina, yeah,
Is he still there?
He's at Everton, yeah.
They've got the England goalkeeper, who doesn't really play. He's not exactly outstanding for Everton, is he?
Well, England's number 2 is Nick Pope, and he's got relegated with Burnley. So I mean, doesn't really make a difference.
This is very true. Yep, Jordan Pickford for England, pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
Maybe not recently, but
Well,
in the Euros, he was great.
yeah, I guess so.
Who else did Newcastle bring in? How many do you think there'll be by the end of the window?
There'll be 2 more, I think. 2 more.
I thought you'd bring like half a dozen in. Or
Nah, I think the quality of the squad that we have now is pretty decent. We've got Nick Pope in goal to challenge Dubravka at number 1. Our backline is probably the strongest backline I've seen for many, many years now. We've got Trippier, Botman, Dan Burn, and then Matt Targett. That's our strongest defensive lineup I've ever seen at Newcastle. And if you think about all the defensive issues that we've had in the past, one of them has been left back. We haven't had a decent left back in probably about 10 years. And we've had players like Paul Dummett, a local lad, but he's just not really at the quality of what you need for a left back. And obviously I've mentioned this before, but he's got an extended 1-year contract. I don't know whether that was just because he was a local lad, but why would you give someone a 1-year contract? Like what would be the point in that?
If he's 33 in the year and 1-year contract, that makes sense.
Fair enough, yeah, but he's not. I mean, he's kind of in the middle. He's not young that he's still learning his trade at left back, and he's also not super old that he's nearing his end of his career. I mean, if he went somewhere else, he'd probably get another 4-year deal somewhere else, I think.
So top 6 is the aim, you reckon, with this squad?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll be happy with top 8. Top 8, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's competitive though, mate. It's going to be difficult to get
It
into
is.
top 6.
It is, yeah. I mean, for me, I'll be happy with top 8. Top 6 is a very big push. Big push from where we were. I mean, we finished 11th, which was very decent.
Yeah,
considering the second half. The second half of the season, and the first half was absolutely atrocious.
The way you started the first half of the season, I thought you'd be lucky to end up below the Championship, like League One or something. I thought that's where
it was horrible. It was horrible. So just watching some of those games like pre-Christmas, you're just like, oh God, that's not even worth watching. It was just horrible.
I remember the aggressive texts I was getting from you about it, and it was kind of nice because normally the aggressive texts are aimed at me, and it was nice to not be the bearing the brunt of it. It's aimed at Newcastle for once. It was reassuring,
So I do think we're going to get maybe 2 more in. I think we're looking at. Obviously, we've finished our goalkeeping. We've got all defence sorted. Midfield, we're kind of packed. But I wouldn't be surprised if we end up going for Paqueta at Lyon. Friend of Bruno's. He's not one that I think that we need straight away, but it would be decent to bring him in. I do like the look of him.
He's got those silky Brazilian skills and the back heels and the little tricks and flicks. I like that.
We've got a lot of Brazilians coming in now. We're linked with a lot of Brazilians, so I think he might be coming in. If you look at the next part, is probably the right wing at the front, because we play a 4-3-3. So 4 at the back's fine.
And Sam
3 in the middle.
Maximan is not going anywhere?
I wouldn't think so.
Unless a crazy bid comes in or something.
If someone's going to offer 50-60 million for him, then yeah, I think we'd have a look at it. But I don't think he'd leave.
Do you need the money though?
No. That's the point though, isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, but you have to look at every player's worth has their value, right? And if someone's going to offer way above their value, you have to look at it and be like, okay, yeah, just go. But for me, I think St. Maximin's probably worth about 35, like real market value, 35 to 40 million.
Right.
So I think if someone
we're trying to get 20 million for Harry Winks, Sam Maximin is well worth much more than Winks.
You'd think so, but his numbers. Premier League numbers.
You
not
mentioned
that great.
to me a few weeks ago about end product and
end product's not great. I mean, he's decent, but he's not the end product yet. He's not the end product. So I think that 35 to 40 million is probably his worth. If someone comes in offers 50-60, you'd be like, oh, maybe we'll have a look at that. So I don't know, but I think he's probably staying. Definitely staying. We still need a striker to replace Callum Wilson. He's injury prone. He's always out for about 4 months at a time, isn't he?
Yeah. You got Chris Wood?
Yeah, we got Chris Wood, but again, Chris Wood, I think he scored like three or four goals last season. We spent 25 million on him, and he can't even score. I think if you look at when he was playing last season, I was screaming at the TV watching him because he just couldn't hit a barn door, or like the balls would come to him and he'd get the ball, he'd move into position, and then he'd shoot, and you're like, oh, he's done something well, and the flag's gone up, it's offside.
Yeah.
I think it was one game he must have been offside more than 10 times in a row. 10 times just like offside.
Not known to be a prolific goal scorer, just out of his
No.
depth.
Yeah, I mean, he is out of his depth, isn't he? He's not. He was at Burnley. We got him from Burnley. That's where his level is. Burnley got relegated. You know, like I think that's probably where his level is. I don't think he's gonna be part of this next Newcastle side moving forward. I don't think.
He's part of the transitional part of it.
Yeah, he's definitely part of the transition. We bought him for 25 million to weaken another side who we were fighting against, and it kind of did the job. So
I think that was the primary function there.
Yeah, of
Secondary
course.
function, if he sticks in a few, is all right. You know.
I think next summer and the summer after, the real exciting time for
yes,
Newcastle
yeah.
fans.
It really depends on how well we do. The next season coming.
Well, I think you're taking a more steady approach, because like when they were taking over, they went all guns blazing, throwing, splashing the cash around, trying to get all the big names, and they did that, and it took them what three years or something to be challenged?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years to win the league.
That's remarkable. So I think someone maybe I read somewhere else, someone told me the timeline is like 10 years to be up there, that top level.
I think it's probably quicker than that now, though.
Do you reckon? Can you wait that long? Maybe that was like
Yeah,
if they
going
going down to the championship or something first. Maybe that was incorporated.
If Newcastle, like I said to you a few weeks ago, if Newcastle aggressively go out and get these really good players, maybe not the creme de la cremes, but the
Ones below.
Yeah,
They're coming
the
through the
below.
young ones,
Because Man City and Chelsea, when they had those takeovers, they were very aggressive.
They were, yeah. But they ended up paying a lot for players that were
over the top, premium, isn't it, mate?
Premium, yeah. But they were world class at their time, right? So there was no progression. Like with Chelsea, it was just buy, because you bought the star player. He'll do you for like 1 or 2 seasons, and then his quality's kind of just, he's peaked, doesn't he? And then you end up buying the next new player coming in, and the new player.
The turnover was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what happened there.
What about some? I hesitate to say world class, but supposedly world class, or approaching that sort of bracket. What about some of these players that are struggling at their clubs that they're at now? Any of these names, like like a Pogba, who's struggling at United, it's not working out, needs to get out of there. He's gone to Juve. Is that a done deal, or
it's not over the line just yet? But it's looking that way.
Right? Do you know how much? Anyone know how much that is?
I think he's on 7 million, isn't he?
The wages.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It'll be a free transfer.
It's a free transfer, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
contract.
Twice for Juventus. Free transfer
How
for
come
United.
Newcastle not going in for? Don't need the trouble, or
Probably not the style of player that we need. We also have a policy of that over 30-year-olds, we don't really offer high contracts to those type of players. That was under the Mike Ashley era. I don't know whether that's still the case, because we did end up signing Dan Burn. I think he was close to that bracket, but he was a quality player. So
it makes sense though, because like the previous board for Barca is like, wait a minute, you're over 30. You want a long deal on good money. That's what you need. Over 30, you're under 30 now. You get peanuts.
Any wild card signing you reckon from Newcastle? Because I heard Neymar's.
Yeah, I've heard that
grabs.
too.
I heard Liverpool considering selling Salah because he's got 1 year left on his deal, and they can't let him go for free next summer. Something like a wild card, something random, just out there.
If Salah was going to go, I think there would have been rumours or murmurs from his side by now. I think he might. If he does go, he'll go in January.
Because Mane went for what? 35 was it
40.
up to 41 with add-ons sort of thing? I'm thinking, he's 30, 31, 32.
Bang on 30, same as Salah.
Alright, okay, bang on 30. I'm thinking, that's pretty decent this day and age. I know he's got 1 year left, but I mean, how come Newcastle weren't bidding for him?
I don't know.
I don't think he would go. No disrespect, mate.
Yeah, I know.
I
Probably
do mean
would
disrespect. Sorry,
why are Newcastle bidding on every player in the market?
Everyone who's available.
But
I'm glad we're not, though.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd go there right now. But could you imagine like a sign like that? That would be like, whoa, Newcastle mean business. And that's what I was thinking.
do you
Mark
think
signing that just go, whoa,
Yeah.
they mean business straight away.
I think a lot of people probably thought that when we got Bruno and then we got Sven Botman. Botman's a decent defender. He's probably one of the most Europeans.
Highly touted.
Yeah, the best probably young European central defender in Europe right now. And we've ended up, we've got him. We've beat AC Milan to him, paid a decent amount for him, and
Who are the free agents at the moment then?
there's a lot of free agents, isn't there?
Because I mean, Rudiger's gone to Madrid, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have been pretty decent. But
He
you
would have
said
been.
you've got your back line pretty much sorted. But yeah. I mean, that would have been a statement to have a player of his quality come in Newcastle, and that's what I wanted to say before about like Pogba. Maybe he wouldn't be the exact signing you'd want for the playing style, but that would be a statement. You get him on a free coming to Newcastle. But then,
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of free agents this year. They got Paul Pogba, you had Gareth Bale, Suarez, Luis Suarez.
yeah, I've heard he's going back to South America.
Dembele.
Your mate Kylian.
Yeah, come on.
Not anymore though.
Not anymore though, yeah.
All right, 3 years time.
Kylian.
When
Do you know-
Newcastle are flying higher, then you're going for Kylian again.
Do you know what, with Dembele though? Because I think because he was linked with Arsenal and Chelsea, and I think they were surprised by his wage demands and thought, do you know what, might not be worth it, even if he's coming for a free. The signing on fee and the wages that he's requiring, wanting. I don't think his talent. No, don't get me wrong. His raw talent, his potential is up there, but it's just that inconsistency, and it is frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like running down blind alleys, not knowing what to do with it. I mean, that's my style of play. He's copying me. I've trademarked that, man.
What about Paulo Dybala? He
I
was
heard
free.
he was going to go to Inter,
I heard that.
and it was all done deal. It's just a matter of time before. It wasn't a here we go from Mr. Romano, but
I mean, there's a Isco from Real Madrid. There's another free agent.
really big fan of his.
Isco.
Really like Isco.
He would be amazing, wouldn't
That would be a hell of a marquee signing for Newcastle.
he? Right. Jesse Lingard, another free agent.
He done very well on his loan, didn't he?
Yeah,
At West Ham the other year.
Mental.
He was brilliant.
Is it so?
I heard West Ham approached him again recently, last couple of days, to go back to West Ham. So we have to wait and see about that one. Di Maria, Angel Di Maria, another free agent.
Decent player, but I don't want to say 33 because we just signed Ivan Perisic, who's 33. So he can still do a job.
Yeah, definitely. And he's shown last year still got that quality, both for the national team and for PSG. Turns into performances.
There's a lot of decent players. This summer's been actually probably the best free agents we've seen in a long while, isn't it? There's been a lot of
I think
players.
these players have been a bit rogue this time round.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I think that is it more advantageous to be a free agent because you end up getting a high signing on fee.
Yeah, high sign-on fee, definitely, mate. You want to run down, screw the loyalty to the club, run down your contract, get the high sign-on fee, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's what I do in all my workplaces.
Big advantage of this Bosman rule.
Yeah.
Do you feel like players have too much power these days then?
But a club can engineer a player to be sold against their will, as well. So does it?
Really?
Well,
Do you think that Bayern's going to do that with Lewandowski this year?
Well, he wants.
He wants to leave. Yeah.
And Bergwijn, for example, wants a move back to Holland, but we're trying to shift him to Everton. Imagine, I don't want to go to Everton.
Tough.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the clubs do still have a little bit of power.
Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need the money. Trying to shift him off.
And the player legit doesn't want the move?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Well, I mean, he wants Champions League football, and I mean,
He's not
no
gonna get that
disrespect to United, but I mean, they're not the club they are,
used to
and
be.
they should be. They're a
They're back
bit
to
of a
being
circus,
a
isn't it?
sleeping giant.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what new coach does with them.
You know much about their other signing that apparently they're about to get over the line as well? It's Frankie de Jong and Tyrell Mallis.
I heard about this one because he had a deal.
Feyenoord?
Yeah.
I don't know
Left
much
back,
about him, but I know that he had a deal with someone else. It was in France or something. He'd already
Leon, yeah.
He'd agreed to sign with them, and he was on the way there. And then
Yeah.
Man United went in for him and put a bid in and accepted. And then
'Cause
he's gone a haywire now. No one knows where he is, and he's trying to figure out which team to go to.
He's got the same agent as De Jong, and so United are trying to broker a double deal here. Yeah, and so I think it's about 13 million with add-ons. He's about 23, and it's been reported that he was the best left back in the Eredivisie.
Really?
Eredivisie.
Thank you. That's the one.
Eredivisie, yeah. It's very hard to say that one, isn't it? That league. Yeah, I've heard that too. I mean, it's just. And James is cracking open the beers.
I don't. Why are you telling them? No one picked that up.
Go on.
Beer-
I'm
beer-
pretty
beer-
sure
beer-
everyone heard that.
It was
Yeah.
a can of Ribena, and you know it.
Oh yeah, Ribena. Obviously, everyone top tier juice Ribena.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of free agents going around. See where they all end up. Really. I mean,
Okay.
Gareth Bale. What do you think about Gareth Bale going to LA?
Oh, I've been waiting to tell you about this.
Go on then.
What the F is he thinking?
You don't think that's a good move for him?
No, it's just cash and golf courses, isn't it? He's
But-
got so much to give. The amount of times I told you a few weeks back, the amount of times he sat there as an unused sub, and Mourinho just look at him like, "Nah, I'm not bringing you on." He's certainly not burnt out, is he? This last 3 or 4 years,
He's
very far from burnt out. He's got so much more to give.
Well, you were saying like when he came on loan to you, Spurs, I wasn't getting that much game time, but his numbers were phenomenal for the amount of minutes he was on the pitch. His contribution,
16 goals, 10 assists. He barely played, and the amount of times I was watching games and he just sitting there. I'm not getting on. I'm not getting on the pitch.
Same for Wales. You know, he might do 45 minutes here and there.
Yeah, but
you
he
know,
performs in the 45 minutes though.
Yeah. You know, it's maybe an assist, or you know, he's linking up the play. He's creating the chances. Definitely.
And
Guys still got it.
his game. He's not flying down the wings and the channels anymore.
Yeah,
he's
not
in
anymore,
the centre and highly talented player.
Very talented.
He's got that X factor, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Bit of magic.
He's a great baller, and he would have been a great track athlete. They reckon that he was fantastic at that as a young age.
Yeah.
Lots
he
more
would
to
have
give.
been
He can give 3-4 really good years still left.
Yeah.
As like we said before, a lot
3
of
or
these,
4. I don't know about
a lot of these elite players, they're going that little bit longer, aren't they?
Yeah. Diet, you know, sports science involved, you know, diet, training, everything, the lifestyle, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he might do well at LA though. At least he'll play week in, week out there though, won't he?
And the league finishes 2nd of October.
Yeah.
That
Perfect in time for a bit of rest.
Well, this is it. 5 weeks before he meets up with the Welsh squad. What's he doing in that 5 weeks? Playing golf?
No, but I heard that the season actually ends later than that if they end up reaching the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah.
So it does. It doesn't actually end in October. It's probably towards the end of October.
Depends.
He's
Okay.
he's not going to go back to. He's going to go to Cardiff for 3 or 4 games.
Probably. But I heard that all players, if you're playing in the World Cup, there's a certain date that you're not allowed to play after, right? They have to have a certain amount of rest before the first game.
Okay.
And I think that I know the Premier League fixtures. It's the last game week of the Premier League is the day before that deadline.
Right.
So, I mean, I think a lot of players will be fine with that. I think Gareth Bale definitely have a lot of rest, you know, to be fit to play.
Well,
I just hope he doesn't get a major injury now, though.
I think it's going to suit him in LA. You know, nice weather,
warm weather,
lovely golf courses, like you said. And
There
I think
are a lot of
the
golf
thing
courses
is,
around where he's living.
he's going to be the big fish in a small pond over there.
Well, Chiellini's over there now.
Yeah,
He
But I
joined
mean-
with him.
But I mean, yeah. But I mean, he's
Chiellini has joined LA.
Yes,
Yeah,
with Gareth Bale.
But he's 37, but he's still going to be all right in that league.
He was great
I
in the
think-
Euros for
yeah,
Italy last year.
still-
Fantastic.
You know what they say,
Top
mate?
defender.
37 is a new 34.
Right?
I don't know who
I thought
says
it was
that.
35.
Well, it depends where you say. You know, who
It's just
says
a
it
number.
to you?
Look at Zlatan minus
Yeah.
his knee injury.
A lot of players, and there's Zlatan and Ronaldo and Messi.
So you know when he was at Madrid, Ancelotti is reported to have said, you know, well, Bale comes in and says, you know, my back's hurting, I can't train, so you know he doesn't do anything, and then you know he might come in and do a little bit on the weights or something like that, a little bit of cardio, just a little bit, and then on the Thursday he might do a little bit with the ball, or maybe on a Friday just have a few minutes kick around sort of thing. And then he's saying, well, I can't play him because he hasn't trained, he hasn't done that. But, you know, he's still good enough. And I think he's going to get away with that in LA because, you know, they're just going to say to him,
yeah, they're
as
just
long
like,
as you
yeah,
turn
whatever,
up for the
man.
game, you know, they're not going to really mind,
Are
are
you saying
they?
he's just going there to pick up a wage packet and just sit on the bench and sit in the stands?
It'd be a shame if he went and sat on the bench.
I wanted to go there and thrill, you know.
No, I think he's going to play. He's going to play a lot. But I'm just thinking like the training regime's not going to be too intense for him because like I was saying, if he moved to Cardiff, it's a very physical league, the Championship, and you're going to have lumps kicked out of him. It's all kick and rush. It's all high tempo.
Sure. And is he looking to make that LA debut within the next week or two?
I'm not
Is
sure.
it as soon as that?
It could be.
Because
I
they're
think
right in the middle of their season, aren't they?
They are, yeah. They're top of the table as well.
Why not?
Fantastic.
Why not? Because he could just
They're
do
a
it.
bigger team than Galaxy, I read as well.
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Like that.
But I heard there was some kind of rumours with him and Inter Miami, I believe.
Oh, I saw.
I heard
this.
that LA team, had
Yeah.
to pay $40,000
To Inter
to Inter
Miami.
Miami. But I don't know
Yeah.
what that was for, though. I think it was some kind of image rights, maybe, or something like that.
I think that rings a bell. I saw the headline, but I didn't click on it. However, James knows an awful lot about this, and he will lead us into this part.
This is another James.
Yes, he's
Oh,
that
another
was the
James.
other James that left,
This is
wasn't it?
involving Bale, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I just
don't know
thought I'd
how
set you up there, mate.
Pre-agreement before the LA deal happened?
possibly.
I don't know,
I don't understand why, you know, they had to pay $40,000 for him. I don't. Why would you do that? Anna?
$40,000.
Gareth Bale's
40,000
in the car, isn't
400
it?
or something. What?
No, I think it was 40,000.
40,000. That's small chips, isn't it, mate?
It is,
For
but it's
in
kind of
the grand
weird,
scheme of
isn't it?
things.
It is kind of weird that you have to end up paying that, though.
Do we know what Bale's salary is over there?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. These are all things we should have looked at earlier.
Yeah, there you go. It says it's a bizarre rule, MLS rule. So David Beckham's Inter Miami are set to pocket £40,000 compensation payment from Gareth Bale's move to Los Angeles.
Discovery rights.
Oh, discovery rights. Really?
Oh, because nobody had heard of Bale before, had they?
Yeah, it's now been reported that LAFC must pay £40,000 compensation fee to remove Bale from Inter Miami's discovery list. Under MLS rules, clubs can include up to 7 players who they are interested in signing and are not yet under contract with the MLS on their own discovery list. Okay, so Inter Miami must have had Gareth Bale on their list,
Right.
thought about wanting to sign him, and just because they were on their want list, and LA didn't have Gareth Bale on their want list, so they have to pay $40,000 to remove that.
So kind of like me having a Christmas list and wanting
Yeah.
like a PlayStation 5 or something.
I-
Rob gets
I-
one.
I-
Like, Rob, you
I
pay
get
me. Yeah, I had that on my list, mate.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a weird
That's
rule,
weird,
isn't it?
man. That's weird.
Like,
There are many PlayStations. There's only one Gareth Bale, though.
Aye.
that is a
That's a shite analogy, and I'll use it again if I have to.
What we'll do is, mate, don't worry. What we'll do is, in the post-editing bit, we'll just cut that out. And then we'll just copy and paste it all the way along.
Yeah,
we'll
all the
have
way
like
along.
10 minutes of you saying that
I
over
like
and
that.
over
I
again.
like that. I like that.
I like it. This is sort of trolling we do here. And if you're new to the channel, you probably will be because nobody listens to this. You're just going to come across as random. This is the sort of trolling we do.
High-end trolling. That's what I'm down
Yes, of course. Now, what else is going on in football news? Have you heard anything? What's going on with Barcelona? I heard something about a stadium. What do you think about the new kit that was announced?
I like the new kit. We've had some shockers. Oh, do you mean the link for the third kit you just sent me?
Well, yeah,
'Cause
the third kit.
That's
as well.
terrible,
That's
man.
horrible.
That looks like a dodgy, like, England second kit or something that they've tried to do. They've just changed it a little bit by putting a cross on.
Very.
So yeah, no, it's...
Reminds me of Crystal Palace.
It is a bit palacey. It
Yes.
is a bit kind of, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table kind of cross as well. Very un-Barca. Barca have been going for these frilly orangey and fluorescence and turquoise away kits recently. Then suddenly this. Can I?
Sorry,
Go on.
sorry, go on.
I was going to change subject. The Real Madrid Stadium and what it's going to be used for. I saw that video.
I didn't see that one. Go on.
Go on.
Go
It's
on,
gonna be
go
used, like the folding away pitch,
Yeah,
like
it's amazing,
Spurs
isn't it?
Stadium. It's going to be NFL and cut in half, and they're going to use it for tennis matches as well.
Yeah.
Multi-use.
Multi-use.
Multi-use stadium. Yes, when's
Multi-use
it going to be
stadium.
finished?
Next year, I believe.
Right, so just a year before Barca's stadium finished.
I think I was
Funny
going
how
to
they
take...
went-
I was
they
going to
both
take
clubs
four...
went for that at the same
You haven't
time.
even started yours yet.
I was meant to take about 4 years, and it's going to take
Really?
our official capacity from 90-odd thousand to 110,000. So making sure we stay ahead of you.
Well, that's
It's
fine.
going to have
That's fine.
some nice...
You never
big,
fill it, though.
Nice big screens.
Who supports Barca these
Yeah,
I
days?
know,
it-
right?
Mostly tourists, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. They're going to have the screens going all the way around the top, and it's
Yeah,
going
that's what
to
Real Madrid have got as well.
have the LED screens on the top. I think it's solar panels or something like that, and it changes during the night.
Do you have a roof?
Do I? Yeah, I've got a roof over my head. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's an actual retractable roof or not. It's
'Cause
it's definitely covered, because now there's no coverage unless you're in the grandstand tier.
It'll
Yeah.
be covered and keep
Yeah.
that atmosphere in the stadium.
Yeah.
Bernabeu, the capacity numbers will change or not?
Slightly, not much though. Yeah, couple thousand more.
Because
Nothing
you showed me a video with the Bernabeu, and it's I do like, because we're thinking, hang on a minute, why is they not got the panels here? And then we realised, oh, these ones are retracting away. And I
Yeah.
thought that is nice.
It was very nice. I think it's one of the nicest stadiums I've seen for a
It's
long time.
it's nice, mate. I've been to the
Tottenham
Bernabeu.
Stadium.
To be fair, the Tottenham Stadium does look very nice. I do like that one.
It does look like a toilet seat from the aerial view.
Oh,
but
really?
Yes,
Oh,
it's like
dear.
an ovally shape. They
It
didn't,
smells like one as
They
well.
didn't shut it. They didn't think that one through, did they?
Well, talking about stadiums, then Newcastle United are looking at expanding their stadium, because this week we've had the season tickets that have been on sale. Now, we only had 1,000 season tickets left to go on general sale, and they went on general sale on, I think it was on Tuesday. So Tuesday we had 1,000 tickets go on sale on the website, and 30,000 people signed up online to get into the queue to try and snap up these 1,000 tickets.
All these plastic fans, mate.
they're genuine fans. They're genuine fans.
Nah, I'm just joking.
There's
No,
a project,
yeah, I mean, it's a lot, isn't it?
and they all want to be a part of it.
it's
And why not?
exciting, mate. I would be exactly the same.
So I
I'd be
mean,
exactly
if
the
you look at
same.
it, we hold 52,000 now, and we still had 30,000 people waiting just to get a season ticket. So could we expand our stadium even bigger and bigger? You know, there was talks of either we extend or we end up moving. I mean, for me, I don't know if I'd like to move.
I know.
Move
I'm
stadium,
always
you know?
always against. I'd love clubs to stay and just like renovate, improve
Yeah.
on the current grounds. Because like a few years back, was it Liverpool meant to leave Anfield? I was like, no.
I think Everton are moving ground as well,
Yes,
aren't they?
yes,
Are they going to
yeah.
Stanley Park?
Could
Just
be,
because
yeah.
there's the
There's
park
a
in
whole
between, isn't there?
Right? Yeah. I think
The
we
grounds.
talked
I
about,
think it
yeah.
might be
We'd have to ask
from
Mark
there.
about this. We get him on.
Yeah, we can see more. But yeah, so the ground, we're going to have to extend it, because if you look at the amount of people that really want to get into the Newcastle Stadium now, we just have to expand it. So, I mean, there's a lot of work going on right now. We've got the training ground, which is being extended and renovated. And, oh wow, you're showing me a picture of this Tottenham Hotspur. That does look like a toilet seat.
So some of them.
They didn't
Wow,
think,
yeah.
They didn't think this one through, did they?
No, they didn't, did they? Yeah, it does look like a toilet seat, unfortunately. Yeah, so we've got the training ground. The planning permission actually was agreed this week as well for
Okay.
all the extensions and stuff. So that will be going through in the next couple of days. We've got some workers in the training ground now extending most of it. So the big work will start now, I think.
So, did you say what the increase in capacity would be then, or is it not confirmed
And
yet?
it's not confirmed yet. We're still looking at how or what we can do to even extend the ground, because
Yeah, because you sold it off, didn't you?
we sold the land off that we had. So
I'm sure the Saudis could buy that back.
well, they're building a hotel on it now, I believe so. And they end up buying the hotel and knocking it down.
Yeah.
Well, did they incorporate the hotel into the ground?
Yeah, you never know.
That'd be
So could you
some
get up to
weird
70 or 80,000 in these kind of numbers, or?
You have to extend the whole
Yeah.
area, wouldn't you? Because it's. I've been to the stadium. It's kind of like on a hill now, so trying to extend around it is very difficult.
Go straight up, like.
I mean, you could. I mean, the away end at Newcastle's already in the fucking gods anyway, isn't it? So, I mean, you could.
I
could
mean,
extend
you're a
it.
well-supported club, though, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely 80,000. I reckon you'd fill that, especially with the new sporting
Those
project.
World
Yeah.
Cup cities, fantastic support up there at St James's. I mentioned before about the entertainers of the season 95-96, and they ran United close under Kevin Keegan.
Alright.
Yeah.
There was tremendous support, as there always is at St James's. They're fervent supporters.
I think
It's a very interesting thing what's going on there. In the next 2-3 years, it could become very exciting at Newcastle.
Could.
it was either 97, 98 or 99. I can't remember which season, but we drew Newcastle in the group stage of the Champions League, and they beat us 3-1, I believe.
Is that Aspria getting a couple of goals?
Yes, yeah,
Maybe
that sounds
or
familiar.
hat-trick?
Might
Probably
have
could
been.
have been a hat.
Dalglish was manager at that point.
Yeah.
Could have been. I can't remember now. Like,
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Did you say the other day about speculation if they decided to get rid of Eddie Howe mid-season?
I don't think they would. After what he's done,
Unless it went
I mean, yeah.
pear-shaped.
If he did a
at
Steve
the start of
Bruce,
the season.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't
pretty
see that happening.
badly,
though,
though,
you'd have
wouldn't
to,
it?
yeah. You'd have
You
to
have a
perform.
solid season, and he's doing the season, yeah?
I think he'll get a season.
He's not under that much pressure.
After what we did, he came in at 20th and finished in 11th.
But the owners are not thinking this is a high-profile manager, one of these
You think so?
elite guys. They're not thinking
yeah,
that,
I
are they?
think they'd
dunno.
want a big name. They've got big ambitions.
Like
We tried to go for-
throwing in the Joses and the Angelottis and these kind of guys and the
Yeah.
Allegris and the Zidans.
I think they want to be there. They must.
They do.
must
They do. But I think, I mean, he's an English
Yeah,
manager.
they should
You
go
want to
early.
you want to keep it, in house, and I think that he's done well for half a season. Give him
Yes.
give him
Oh,
a go.
totally,
Give
yes.
him a go.
Definitely, mate.
They need that little excuse to think, it's not
do.
going so. We're 12th, and we're still where we are a year ago. No, I'll get rid of him all.
I think there's got to be a lot of expectation on Eddie Howe this year for next season, isn't there? Because after what the investment that's gone into the club, the stadium, the training ground, the squad, we could end up spending, 100 million again this summer. We've already spent 37 on Botman, 10 on Pope. and then another.
You reckon another 2 players come in? That could be up to
another 2
100,
players. Yeah, I mean, definitely could hitting close or over 100 million. And if you look at the strikers that we want and another right wing, even Paqueta, he was looking at like 50, 60 million.
Yeah.
So that there you go. There's 100.
Yeah.
So with all the money that he ended up spending, if we do end up finishing, 14th, 15th, it's gonna be a disappointment, isn't it?
It would be, yeah.
Like you said, anything less than 8th.
It would be a disappointment.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a sackable offence disappointment. But I don't know if he would get a 3rd season then, though.
For me, top 8, he'd definitely stay.
Yeah.
Top 10 is acceptable, and they'd probably think about it. Bottom half of the table,
no way.
I think that they wouldn't, because they got big aspirations.
They
man.
have, yeah.
What's Barcelona's aspirations for next season? Are they really expected to close down?
Stay in business, mate.
Stay in business.
Yeah.
Have a bit of money.
Keep their heads above
Earn a
water.
bit of money.
Right, we're opening up a chorizo shop, and we're
Churros.
we're selling churros. We're doing keepy ups and churros outside, signing autographs. Yeah, Xavi's outside. He's got a little booth signing shirts and whatnot. Mate, if you're not challenging for the title, you don't. I think Xavi's going to have more credit than any other manager's had for a while. I think they're going to, he's got a bit of credit in the bank. I don't think they're going to jump down and do anything rational if he's not challenging. But yeah, we've got to be challenging. And it
Do you
depends.
think he will challenge this year?
At the moment, no. It depends. Has Traore gone back? It looks like, the 30th of June, it looks like he'll be going back. Trincao will be coming to us, returning from Wolves, unless a big bid comes in, and he'll be staying with us on pre-season. And Xavi said, he's going to test the waters, see what's happening with him. But unless he does some Harry Potter magic, he's going to be put on the transfer list, because he's a saleable asset. We could slap about 18 million on him, hopefully, and someone should go for that. I think we paid 30 for him from Club Braga. Is it
Club Brugge in
Brugge?
Belgium.
No. It's in
Portugal.
Portugal.
Braga, sorry.
Braga, is it Braga?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is.
Putting you guys on the spot.
I thought it was La Liga Portuguese, no? Liga Portuguese, or no?
Yeah.
Was it Braga? I don't know. Anyway, carry on.
Yes. I've heard that Sporting and Benfica are looking into that, and if Sporting take him, they will also give put a clause where they get a selling on fee, where Barca will get a cut of that if he gets sold, and Wolves may take him again on loan.
Would you want to take him out on loan though, because you end up paying bits of his salary anyway, don't you?
Well, it'd be better than paying all of his salary and not playing him. But when he's playing in the Portuguese Super League, he looked fantastic, man. Yeah, he's belting in these screamers from 30 yards, taking on players left, right, and centre. Looks really good, man. But then and also for the national teams, he broke through into the national team. Then when he comes to us, just wasn't happening for him. I don't know if it's the pressure. I don't know if it's like me and you were talking about, playing with Messi. A lot of players, they can't play their natural game.
They play within themselves.
He doesn't let
Yeah, because they have to adjust to play for him.
The biggest example was Griezmann with that, surely, because he's a lot better player than what he showed at Barca, and that must be down to the Messi factor. I don't know.
Because you've seen a difference with those games that Messi has not played. They played with freedom.
Yeah.
They've played saying they're playing fantastic, but they played a tap side better than when they were linking up with Messi, because Messi just free roams, just takes all that space between the forward line and the midfield, just drifts into no man's land. And then some of the players like Coutinho, that's the area he wants to go to. Griezmann also wants to operate in that area in a sort of free role, and suddenly that's taken away from you. You can't be in there because you're getting in Messi's way. That's
they don't know what to do.
Yeah, don't know what to do. That's the same when people play with me, because Dave just does what he likes.
Well, you get the ball and just run and
you take up all 11 positions.
Yeah, just do what I want, mate.
Exactly. So you're going to be getting the kits this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you going to get all of them or what?
Yeah, why not, mate? Why not?
Yeah. So even the third one that you're not keen on?
Oh, sorry. I'd like to change my original answer, Your Honour. No, just the home and away. I do. I was humming and hawing about the home kit, and then the more pictures I've looked at, I thought, I do like this. I do like this one. And the away kit, it's a nod to the '92 Olympics. It's meant to represent the gold medals. Have we talked?
We talked about it last week.
Yeah. So I do like that, and it's the only night kit with in the vapor knit system to have the Barca neighbourhoods, the Le Jamble region embroidered into the pattern.
Talking about that, Newcastle have actually just done that similar thing.
No, don't! You're ruining my stat. Go on. Tell me.
The white with the green trim?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we've finally announced yesterday on Tuesday that the third kit is going to be the colours of the Saudi Arabian flag.
No,
so,
I didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't see that one coming either. But so the white and green kit is going to be launched for next season. It does kind of resemble the Saudi Arabia style t-shirt. So, I mean, for me, I actually kind of like it. I mean, it looks really nice. We're not going to wear it that often, really. We play, 19 games away in a season, and that's you wear the away kit, right? So the third season is like,
this is us stamping our authority, and this has got to represent us as the owners.
Well, talking about that as well, we have a new sleeve sponsor that was announced yesterday as well, which is noon.com, right? Noon.com, and it's the Amazon of Saudi Arabia, basically. And obviously the PIF are also financially backing Noon, and I've heard that the fee that we're getting for that is about 7.5 million a year, with revenue from that shirt deal. And if you look at which worked out kind of nice because we just signed Sven Botman. If you average that price out, it actually works out about 7.5 million a year again. So you look at the business that we're doing, the money that comes in actually ends up getting spent on the squad. But to have that, presence in Saudi Arabia now, that's the whole point, isn't it? We've got the shirt sleeve of Noon. We've got this new third kit, which is the Saudi Arabian colours, if you want to call it that. But we've had green, we've had white, those colours for a long time now. This is not the first time we've used these colours. Maybe this kit is more on the nose of the national team.
Yes,
but
just a bit, yeah.
Do you think he's floundering here?
Yes,
he's squirming. Should we help him out?
No, but for me, I actually really like it. I mean, I'm going to buy it.
It does look nice. Do you think this will outsell the home kit to the Middle East market?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might. I mean, why wouldn't it? I mean, if Barca came out with a Wales themed shirt, you're going to buy it, right?
Cut forward to 3 years when this is the home shirt.
Yeah. No.
Where are the black and white bars?
Yeah. But what I did hear, I don't know if this is actually true or not, but I did hear that going back to the Barcelona kit and the Newcastle kit was that the map of Newcastle is going to be on this Saudi Arabian kit. So people are going to be able to see it. If you're in Saudi Arabia, you're going to have the whole sort of area of Newcastle.
A whole new corner of
tourism
right there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
No, I think it's nice because the Barca kits they have done this on. I bought them all because it looks really nice.
It does look nice. It's something different as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's that little bit of extra detail. But yeah, Barca's
and
third
a little
kit.
homage to the surrounding areas.
Yeah,
of
course,
based.
man.
Yeah, that's
I like that. But like we're talking before, some of these fan concept kits you see online. And they're fantastic.
They are brilliant. They are brilliant.
These are awesome.
We were discussing again before. Who signs off on the new kits at every club? The owners?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah. But the design comes from whoever you're sponsored by.
Yes.
So we've got Castor, you have Nike, right? So Nike design these kits.
Nike as well.
And then they send them off to the board at your club.
And the owners, the board.
And the owners and the board say, yes, we'll
so who signs off on your Spurs kit?
Yeah. White again. This year we got white with a green trim. Yeah, much better.
That sounds like Saudi Arabia, doesn't it? Actually, isn't that Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Me and you have the same kit, basically.
Very similar.
That's a good point, actually. We should bring that up. Bring it up. Get a picture. I think our third kit is exactly the same kit, isn't it?
Some of these concepts.
Because is it green? What colour green is it? Is it a dark green?
It's a
No,
green.
it's,
green.
no, it's like
Or is it neon green?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
yours
bit-
is
yeah, it's a
neon.
bit
They had
neon.
those neon glasses. Harry Kane look.
That looks fantastic. Sorry, guys, I'm showing a picture on an Instagram post of a Spurs kit, and instead of the Nike swoosh tick,
Oh, you got Jordan.
you got the Jordan.
Yeah, Nike Jordan.
Doing the slam dunk, nice kind of Croatia kind of style squares.
But it's
Looks like a
faded
racing
and
flag.
it's
That
got the
looks
perspective
tremendous.
back.
And this is
That's
a this
cool,
is
man.
this is a
They're
big
not-
gripe for Spurs fans.
Yeah, oh, he's not convinced. Look at that.
The AIA on our kit is in red, and that's Arsenal colours. The fans insist it should be blue.
I mean, it does look
I
better,
love
isn't
that.
it?
That looks much better. It's a bit
Well,
of
it's
effort
better
on
than
there.
your current one.
Yes.
Maybe you could send that to
Go on,
me.
let's have a look at the current one. Do you have it?
And the away kit. And they went
That's
to the third
PSG
kit.
That's
kit.
PSG, yeah.
That's PSG
It
kit.
is a bit
Is it?
PSG
Yeah.
from last season
Yeah,
because I saw their new kit today. That's nice.
as a goalkeeper. Newcastle's
That's
first.
what
I thought it was a goalkeeper kit at
Third
first.
kit.
Is it not a
Yeah.
goalkeeper
No,
kit?
it's meant to be the
Third
third.
kit.
That's meant to be the third.
Ah, okay, so
Wait,
we're showing
then,
us
you're
pictures of
Nike,
these
yeah?
these
We are
Spurs
Nike.
kits
Yeah.
now.
I'm
Gold
James, and
kits.
they're sponsored by Nike.
Gold kit again, same as
There are
Barca.
there are so many nice Barca ones here as well. That's not bad.
That's all right. Yeah.
Can you, if you message these people, you
that's-
can get
that's
them
nice.
made?
But that's very similar to like the 80s, the away team of the 80s.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's a
very
Man
nice.
United away kit. That.
Isn't that something what you've got already? This
That,
green
that was about
kit.
the green, the away
For the
kit.
listeners.
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 years ago we had
Design
that sort
Graphic
of kit.
10
and we
on
had that in the
Instagram.
90s.
He does. He posts some
Design Graphic
some
10, okay.
fantastic. There are loads here, and they all look tremendous. And it all looks like there's an effort been made there.
Well, that's what you want, isn't it?
What's this one?
Look at this concept 90s Barca kit. Lovely jubbly.
Collar.
What,
Love a collar.
1890s?
You're not a collar man.
No, I love a collar.
Oh, you love a
Yeah,
collar.
he loves a
do you?
collar.
You love a collar. You like collar,
Collar
like
and
Eric
cuffs.
Cantona, yeah?
Yeah.
The new Real Madrid shirt has a collar. Love it.
I have to say, mate, Real Madrid do pull out some decent shirts year in,
Sorry.
year out.
Yeah.
Very nice. And even
All
plain
right.
white
The black
top.
shirt's nice.
You have a nice little bit of colour.
Black
trim
shirt with a bit of
some
gold
detail
trim. I
about
like
it.
that.
That's
Yeah.
the Newcastle
One
one.
of the away kits.
Yeah, Newcastle away kit.
I liked your pink one as well, and the white one with the blue and orange last year. That was quite nice.
Oh, the Real Madrid one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So
nice.
we jumped around. What we're going
The
on?
Barca home top last season, I know you're a fan. I'm not a massive fan.
I liked last season. Oh no! Wait, no! Sorry, not last season.
It was
no.
a bit too colourful.
It was
a bit
it
too. It was a
higgledy
bit like
piggledy.
candy.
Do you know?
You know?
Do you know what I found though? Because it was all over the place. It had like the small crisscross section here, and then it had the stripes, and they were getting bigger over here, and then it's like, what was going on? I felt like I was drunk. I was like, oh, what's going on?
It's a bit of an
Yeah.
acid trip.
Yeah,
last
it
season's
was.
kit.
Do you know what though? Because sometimes I thought it looks quite nice. I did like the colours. I did like the red and blue. I thought they were really nice tones. I liked the colours. However, what I realised what it was, because I thought some pictures it's not bad. I quite like it. And other pictures I was like, this is terrible. What I realised was it was the shorts having one leg red and one leg blue.
That's
it was
weird.
just such a mismatch with the top as well. If they'd have stuck to one colour, solid shorts, I think they'd have got away with it, and the top would have looked all right. It was just too mismatched.
It's a bit acid house party. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it was too much going on, too much mismatch. Blah, okay.
Do you know what? Actually,
here we
really.
are moaning about that some kids are too plain, but this kid too much going
Too
on.
much
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Let's
We
find
just
it-
want somewhere in between.
yeah,
Sort it
let's
out.
Find that happy medium in everything in life.
Who signs off like Daniel Levy? What happens? Like, has Nike sent him the kit and he's gone, no, that's too different to last time.
Yeah.
Tone it back a bit. Tone
Yeah.
it back.
Oh, the green trim one. Yeah, go for the green trim one.
Well, we'll do the same as last year. We'll just change this trim a little bit of green. You're talking my language. He likes green, doesn't he, Danny?
Yeah.
Danny,
He likes that- he likes
yeah,
that green,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm actually
of
really
course.
interested to see how similar your home kit and the Newcastle kit is.
Well, if
I think
only
it's
we had
got to
a
be
way of
similar, isn't
looking
it?
it up, eh?
I know, but I think you're nearly the same, aren't you?
Let's do a compare and contrast.
The only one thing that I don't like about the Newcastle kit is the bloody sponsor. This Fun 88. I don't like betting companies on shirts. I don't like it at all. I think that there should be, something else. I mean, I don't know. I don't like
Pull
it.
up your
Don't
kids,
like
Squire.
it.
Let's have a butcher's.
Don't like it one bit.
What, the kit?
The kit, no, the bloody logos. I mean, you've got a really nice kit. You've spent all the hard work making a decent kit, even with the home one as well. I like the home kit this
There you
year.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you got the double
okay.
trim though, haven't you? You got the navy with the green.
So we're looking at the images
honestly,
now of the Newcastle home
I'd
kit.
take the Newcastle kit over
Newcastle-
the Spurs
oh,
kit.
yeah. Newcastle
I
third
think
kit and the
so,
Spurs
Newcastle,
home kit.
yeah. It's nicer.
Yeah, the
green-
third
green's
kit
a
is
bit
nicer, isn't
I
it?
think.
Now, if Spurs came with that third kit that we've got now, would you be happy with that?
What would that have to be navy?
Yes.
Not rather
yes.
than green, yeah.
We normally go for either navy blue or the yellow. Occasionally we go for the green. But I've seen the leaked kits of our second and third horrific again.
You don't like them?
No, just.
I haven't-
They look like training tops, or they look like, no disrespect, a championship or a League One kit.
From Nike as well.
Yeah, it's like, come
So
on.
disappointing, isn't it, from Nike?
It's appalling. It's terrible. Even, is it
Castor.
They're doing some nice stuff.
They do, but their delivery...
Under Armour, nice stuff.
Under Armour, Southampton, amazing, aren't
Yeah, I like that. I like it. Puma do some nice stuff.
they? Newcastle had Puma for a couple of years. I didn't like them.
Do you remember Kappa with the stretchy
Kappa,
tops?
yeah. But the Puma ones were not good. Every year they were just like, oh, fuck's sake, what are they making now? Who's designing these things? But when Castor came in, it's more... The designs and the actual shirts, they're more like proper and they're more like a premium look to them. But the way they deliver them, their social media team is absolutely incredibly poor, because they released information saying that, okay, the shirt's going to be released on July 1st, or what was it, June 1st or whatever, and then it's going to be released at 9 a.m. in the morning. And it's 10 a.m. in the morning, it's still not released, and you're just like, what's going on here? And then delete the post and like, oh, we'll do it next week.
Awesome.
And you're just like, what the hell? And also what I don't get is how club shirts end up, for Newcastle, I don't know about if it's the same for you guys, but our kits are not released yet until July 1st, right, officially.
Right.
But when you go into the club store, they're already for sale. Go to Sports Direct, already for sale. Just go in and buy them.
I heard in some sports shops in Thailand and Singapore they're already for sale. You see, like Inter, again, listeners, Inter, the lovely plain blue and black stripes.
Classic,
but
mate.
yeah, it is classic and they look fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But then you had 2 seasons ago.
That was horrible, the zigzags.
The zigzag, I like that. It's something a bit
You like
different.
that?
Yeah. And then last season,
I thought my
this
TV
thing,
was on the blink, mate.
I like that. That's something
I
a bit
like that,
different.
yeah,
That's
I like
good.
that.
That's not the same humdrum.
It was like an aerial view of the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like with the countries and stuff.
You're going to have to screenshot these, send them to him so you can stick them in.
Yeah, no, listen, look for
All
yourself.
on instinct.
Can't be right. Too much going on in my life.
All on instinct.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was younger. I used to sit there drawing all the kits, redesigning them.
Oh, really?
myself. Yeah.
That's
Some
pretty
great
cool.
sketches, man.
That is pretty cool.
It's really interesting. I'd like to do that. You know, if this takes off and we get like 1.5 listeners.
Billion.
Yeah.
I
But
just went for listeners. You went for billion. Billion.
Brilliant. I wonder if you can do that though. Can you draw them and send them off to a designer to get them just...
And the competition winners are... How many kits has Daniel Levy looked at before he signed off on that crappy one that I don't like?
Probably not that many. Or he's probably looked at the first one and thought, there you go, that'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, do you reckon they consult any fan base or anything?
No.
Is there any-
Definitely not.
They don't know.
Because they
No.
have no say in nout.
But you know, like with the cryptocurrency, they've released now. You can buy. I don't know if Tottenham are doing that or Newcastle are doing that, but also definitely have their own
Fan token.
Fan token, yeah. And with that, if you own these fan tokens, then you can contribute. You can get involved in polls and like say like how they're going to decorate the training room. And I wonder if there's some like input on kit design or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know if that's legal in the Premier League yet, is it? Fan tokens.
I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Is there some laws or regulations
Yeah, I
blocking
think
it?
there was.
Right, because every time I had like a notification on my phone, it's for a foreign league or
Yeah.
over in South America, or
Yeah, I've seen
something
Santos
like that, yeah.
ones, right? Haven't I?
Yeah.
Different fan tokens. Do you have any of the Barca fan tokens?
I was going to buy them, and then I was looking at how you have to purchase it, and you have to get this wallet that I hadn't heard of, and it just seems so convoluted. And I was like, I'm not really happy. I'm not really happy with the way things are going with Barca, and I didn't do it. And then the price dropped.
It down.
Yeah,
Oh, you're good then.
Dropped, and then I didn't bother. I just haven't bothered. I probably will get some just for the sake of having
Just so you have some.
Yeah, just for having some, but.
That'll be good.
Yeah, and I'm thinking at the moment, mate, screw you and your crypto. I'm going to leave well alone for the time being.
Fair enough. Actually, talking about crypto, there was a report in The Athletic this week talking about crypto. And they were talking about how it's affected all these Premier League clubs because of, the past couple of weeks crypto has dipped so far down.
Yeah.
And how many, Premier League clubs have, rely on these companies for sponsorship or, whatever. And it kind of seems like nearly every single Premier League club is kind of intertwined with crypto at some point, and if it continues to keep crashing or keep dipping down, and the value is so far low, think about if some kind of clubs rely on this revenue to come in and end up doesn't coming in. It's big trouble for some clubs.
I was reading some reports that they reckon it could be the end for crypto as it currently is, the blockchains like this, because although they want like a decentralized crypto, there's a new one coming. I can't remember the name of it. It eludes me at the moment.
How involved are the clubs involved in crypto, and how does it affect them?
I think mainly just sponsorship, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
So
probably the main one.
If this does falter and goes down, then it could be.
It could be a lot. I mean,
it could be a big loss
Spurs
for a lot
have
of the
anything?
clubs. I think.
I've not heard of anything. I mean, they're just mere sponsors and not involved in any day-to-day running or shareholding of these clubs, no?
But how much money are they bringing in sponsorship, though? I think it could be a big chunk for a lot of clubs.
I would think so. It must be, a couple of million, isn't it, really? Could be a lot. Could be. Oh, here it is. Just found the article. Let's have a look. See. Now, I knew Man United their training kit is sponsored, isn't it, is it Tezos cryptocurrency? Right. So let's have a look at some of the teams. So Arsenal Arsenal do have a fan token, actually. I was wrong. Yeah, issued by Socios.
Sorry, can I just stop? What's the date?
29th.
29th of June 2022, yeah?
Correct.
Right, you heard it here first. Jonesy admitted he was wrong.
What?
Dear diary moment. That was a dear diary moment. Write down. Screenshot it.
I'll make the call.
Yes. All right. So I was wrong about the fan tokens in the Premier League. So the cryptocurrency tokens offers votes and polls on club matters and can also be traded as a speculative digital asset. That's with Arsenal.
That's the same with the Barca fan token, because you get involved in different polls for different related things related to the club. Nothing absolutely major, but there was one where you could get involved with the decoration of the inside the training room, the locker room.
Is this a genuine fan involvement, or is this some kind of phantom democracy?
Well, there is the question, mate. Because they might just okay.
Cynical did that sound?
I know. Right, we've got our design. Do you know what? We'll include the fans, and then we'll put this one up and say this one got 60% of the vote.
Yeah, but
that's yours, Daniel Levy. Yes, I know.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the Arsenal fan token, obviously it went up to around $6 back in November. It's now trading under $2, so from 6 to 2. Aston Villa also have a token just above $3. It's now under $1.
More clubs than I thought are involved in this. This is it's
Brentford also have one. Brentford. This one looks like it's sponsorship. Yeah, it's a sponsorship with CoinJar. Yeah, so that's a lot of money as well.
Because I signed up, I think Socios or something like that, to look for the fan token, and I never followed through with it. And they keep on sending notifications, and it's like every few days it's another club's joined. Get your fan tokens now. Yeah.
Chelsea. Actually, Chelsea is one of the biggest cryptocurrency sponsorship deals in world football. It's Chelsea's 20 million a year deal with an app called Whalefin as a sleeve sponsor for the upcoming season.
Wow.
So there's another one.
Yeah.
The app which also sponsors Atletico Madrid is powered by a Singapore-based company. Have offices around the world. Again, I know it's just a lot of money is in these, and you have to kind of be
infiltrating the football world, aren't they?
They are. Let's have a look. Is Spurs in this one? Let's have a look at this.
Well,
this
our
article.
the sponsor on our training gear is Getir, which is a Turkish food delivery service.
Okay, I'm not seeing Tottenham. Oh, I am seeing Tottenham. Here it is. The North London club has a sponsorship deal with trading app Libertex, which is operated by companies in St. Vincent. Okay, I'm not sure what they are. Oh, they offer a website for crypto mining, and a service directly beneath the Spurs logo, which features on every page of their website. So it's a Bitcoin cloud mining service.
I think it's the problem was they're saying crypto isn't decentralized, so it's undergone some re-centralization.
There is a little bit of that, yeah. which
I mean, I don't
That's
understand
for
it fully enough to comment on it.
yeah, it's another subject. But I mean, it just goes to show that all these new technologies and new sort of investments are being poured into the Premier League now, and especially when these markets kind of dip, and they've dipped really hard these past couple of months, and how that affects Premier League clubs and how the money that this brings into the clubs really does make a difference.
Well, I mean, cash is king, mate. It talks, the biggest clubs, the ones that pay the biggest salaries, the ones that got the most money, they get the best players, and
Exactly.
it's more so than ever. And this is why, like, some of my friends very cynical, and like Barcelona, you get the UNICEF, the charity. We're paying them for a few years, but then we can get the sponsorship deals, and you have to. If you want to compete at the top level, you need to be getting the most buck for your bang, what you can get in for your club.
Exactly.
Yeah. And especially with the FFP, you've got to be showing as much income as possible. So yeah, of course, if these new technologies, these new cryptos, whatever, come your way, flashing big checks
bucks,
like
yeah,
that,
of
big
course.
bucks, yeah, of course you're going to be taking it. You'd be foolish not to, because you need that money.
Well, you think about now, like Newcastle just had that new sleeve sponsor for $7.5 million a year. That's Noon in Saudi Arabia. But we just read now in this report that Chelsea have this new cryptocurrency, paying 20 million for a shirt logo.
That is unreal
on a sleeve.
Because that's just for one season, isn't it? That is unbelievable, man. Because I think like Barca was the naming rights for Camp Nou. I mean I may be wrong, but the last time I checked on this, it looked like it was about I think a 3-year deal, not permanent name change, but a 3-year deal, and it was going to be like worth 5% of the overall package. And in fact, I don't know, is that deal dead now? Is it got?
Is that with Spotify?
Spotify, yeah, Spotify, isn't it? Of course. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about the name
naming,
change.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
obviously, this is the first. We're in the first months of the sponsorship.
Yeah, so Spotify is definitely on the shirts, and but I think it was just only like 5% of the deal. I think it was maybe worth 20 million over 3 seasons.
So
to name the stadium,
you could change the name at any moment in time now, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what, mate? We're snookered, man, and we need money. So I'm not gonna argue with that. I mean, if Xavi has to do lap dances around the club or whatever, mate, back him, do that, mate, do that. Yeah, take it. Needs must, mate. Times are desperate. I'm really disappointed that we sell Frankie de Jong, though.
I feel like he's like a good future prospect for the Barca team.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do you know what? That his time at Ajax, he was unreal. He was brilliant, phenomenal at Ajax, and he's come to Barca. I don't know whether it's what's been expected of him, or whether having Busquets in the pivot, whether that's taken away a bit of Frankie's natural game. So he normally plays on the right hand side of the midfield, and at Ajax he was also playing in defence. He'd play in the centre and the pivot, and he would bring the ball forward. In fact, they were comparing him to saying he could even be better than Beckenbauer of the 70s for Germany. How he did that, and they played against the Netherlands in the final, World Cup final. The Netherlands had the total football, but Beckenbauer, was playing total football, bringing it out from the back, doing everything, running with the ball. Building up the play, pass it, everything. So they were saying, that Frankie de Jong's got that in his locker. He can do everything. He can receive the ball under pressure back to the goal.
He's a decent quality player, isn't he?
Yeah, he breaks through, and he's got this way of feinting with his body, and he throws off defenders. You don't expect him to shoot when he's going to shoot. The passes, he disguises them so well. I really do like him, and he's not been bad for Barca. A lot of fans are like, oh yeah, let's sell him, get rid of the money. And I'm like, hang on a minute. And I even commented saying, hey, am I the only one that's going to miss him? As some idiot replied back, yes, you are. Ungrateful fans, man. Ungrateful fans.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be put, if he goes to Man United. I think the transfer fee that was been bounded around for him is kind of low for us.
I think so, but because they know Barca are desperate. But then Man United are also desperate to get someone in, because you got Tom and you got Fred.
Yeah.
Right, and he'd definitely take one of those.
Take Fred out, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I was looking at a fantastic video today, and it was I think Tifo Football, and it was analysing what's his name, Tom McKenna, is it?
Yeah, McTominay.
McTominay. That's I love how after beer just butcher everyone's names. Just combine.
Yeah, McTominay.
Look at that, McTominay. Yeah, he's saying him and Fred about the amount of just sideways passes they do and how pedestrian they are, and it showed the stats. Like
I heard about that. They were just sideways passing the whole.
Yeah. There's a lot
team,
of
right?
forward passing in their own half, but when they get into the opposition's half, everything is there. There are no forward passes at all.
Oh, really?
And then against the good teams, every pass they do in the final third is backwards. And yeah, the guy was comparing them to a crab, and it did make me laugh. It was just everything was
Crap,
sideways.
sides.
At least Tomney was bringing it out from the back, carrying the ball himself, whereas Fred just passing it and then just going back, recycling it. Nothing. No,
What do you think about the rumours that Harry Maguire was part of that deal for De Jong? Do you think
they better just be rumours, mate? I am not a Maguire fan.
You don't want Maguire at Barcelona?
No, Desperate Dan's got a mistake or two in him all day long, mate. Not a fan at all. No.
Could you not think he can, rejuvenate his career at Barcelona? Harry
Again,
Maguire.
another player who I think performs pretty well for England, but at club level, maybe he's felt the pressure. He was made captain from day one.
Yeah, he shouldn't be captain at all, I don't think.
And I think I was reading on 90minute.com, he'd been stripped of the captaincy today.
Oh, really?
Yes. With Ronaldo rumoured to be the new captain.
I don't know if he plays enough to be captain, Ronaldo.
Do you think he's going to stay as well?
I think for these top players, it's not the club's choice. I don't think at the end of it. I think it's when Messi says he wants to leave, he leaves, and Ronaldo says he wants to leave, he leaves. Ibrahimovic, those type of players kind of just decide themselves, don't they?
Is Ronaldo going to be happy with the Europa League next year then?
No.
I saw a rumour that if Lewandowski's going to go from Bayern, that Ronaldo's going to go to replace him there. I mean, they've got Mane in,
I heard Chelsea were rumoured to be in for him.
Yes, I read that as well.
Yeah, because I heard the agent of Ronaldo had met the new owner, Todd Bowley, was it?
Yeah.
Or someone to do with the Chelsea group.
Maybe
they were talking about it.
Move to London, could be on the cards for him.
I don't know if he'd switch Premier League clubs though. After making the whole big fuss about returning to his home, Manchester United, one season after, I'm going to Chelsea now. Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends how desperate he is.
He delivered for United.
He did.
And he's thinking United didn't deliver for me.
Definitely. Yeah.
Could. I'd be very surprised if he does go.
I know he delivered for United, and the numbers, his goals returns fantastic.
It was 20 plus goals.
Yeah.
He's a goal hanger, and that's what he does, and he's a goal scorer. And
do you think he affects United's play though? I'm not taking away because fantastic the numbers, but I mean if they had someone else in there, would they have played better? Do you think?
No.
Does he take away from
I think there's some problems in the dressing room and egos,
there is.
Lots of dressing room politics is going on.
You can see there is something rotten because they don't run for the manager. There's no. It's just given up, man. There's
something. Going to throw this new manager under the bus. There's
something rotten there.
Did you see the Pogba documentary? Have you watched it? You finished it?
No, I've only got through the first couple of episodes.
Okay, because when Ronaldo came back, Pogba was talking about it, about Ronaldo's back now, or because Pogba was still deciding whether he was going to sign a new contract at United at the time, right? Because there was offers of 300,000 a week, which he said was not even an offer. But okay. And obviously Ronaldo comes in and Varane comes in, and Pogba's looking around thinking, we brought some decent players and maybe we can do something here. And he was talking about how when Ronaldo comes in, he comes into the training, he was watching him what he does, and obviously Pogba's also been saying that he does want to win the Ballon d'Or. He wants to be the best. He wants to be the main man, right? So when he sees that Ronaldo's here and he's like, oh, I've got to train with a Ballon d'Or winner now, and I think when you watch it and you kind of listen to it, if you really listen to his voice, I don't think he's very happy about it.
Do you think there was an inferiority complex there as well?
I think so.
That's rich about Pogba talking about winning Ballon d'Ors when he's not even shortlisted for PFA Player Awards at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he says the right things because he has to, right? But I don't think deep down he was really happy to be out of the spotlight, because obviously he was the most expensive for Man United in a long, long time, right? And then obviously Ronaldo
the
comes in.
epicenter of the team for a few years.
Yeah.
But I mean, imagine the pressure, because you hear it from a lot of players, like the pressure you're thinking, oh my God, I'm playing with Ronaldo, I'm playing with Messi. And it's just like, you must freeze. Could you imagine if like Rob calls us up and says, oh, Dave James, yeah, doing podcast tonight? Yeah, great, yeah. By the way, Joe Rogan's coming tonight. He's going to join us.
I'd talk over Rogan
I'd
in a shot.
I'd say, Rogan, what's that behind you? And I'd turn his mic off. That's how you do it.
Turn his sure mic off.
Yeah.
But for sure.
For sure.
To be sure. But no, the pressure, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. Oh my God, what do I do here? It must be.
But also, you must rise to it as well.
Yeah. It should have the reverse effect. This is great. The link-up play is going to be fantastic. And
he's going to show me what I can do to win a Ballon d'Or.
He passes the mic to me. I pass it back. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to shine here. Not like, I need to impress him.
Well, even impressing him, you would want to impress him. You want to play well, right?
A mixture of both, I reckon.
Maybe.
Slightly in awe, slightly shitting yourself.
I don't know, if I went on a pitch and I found out that Ronaldo's going to be stood next to me, I'm like, fucking yeah, I've got Ronaldo on my team
here.
This is
wicked. We could do something here.
I'd be so happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd also be thinking, oh my God, I don't want to be the one that messes it up.
And United last year, I tipped them once Ronaldo signed. I tipped them for title challenges.
Yeah.
But it unravelled pretty quickly, didn't it?
It did, very quickly.
Which shows you something's not right. Under the scenes, behind the scenes, whatever.
Definitely
something
not right.
Lots of things that we're not seeing.
Yeah, we spoke about this last week on the podcast, didn't we, with Tommy? He was talking about how he says it's like a top-down problem, and I thought it was a bottom-up problem. To be honest, I thought it could be both.
You're saying Ronaldo's looking at these players and thinking, they're nowhere near my level. They can't even try to be at anywhere near my level.
It's not even Ronaldo though.
The management though, the whole thing.
It's both though, isn't it? Because if you look at the players, they've never performed since Sir Alex Ferguson left. They didn't perform for Moyes, not for Louis van Gaal.
Jose.
Do you think
Jose had the best?
He took him to second,
and he said, "Oh, this is the best I can do with this team."
This is a fantastic achievement to finish second with this team.
And everyone thought he was crazy.
Yeah,
but wait,
he's right.
Maybe he's right. Do you think Bruno Fernandes has taken a step back then?
He's just signed a new contract.
Do you think he's taken a step back since Ronaldo's arrived there? Because he was fantastic the previous seasons.
I don't know what happened with Bruno Fernandes.
I don't know why he signed a new deal. Why? I mean, he's obviously happy there.
Yeah.
But
why did the performances wane? I don't get it.
Probably Ronaldo, I would say.
Do you reckon they played together in the national team for Portugal? I don't get it.
It's always the thing, isn't it?
I saw something
club and country,
about him being played sort of the right of midfield now, and he's doing a lot of these diagonal balls to the left wing, and he's the very low pass completion on these, whereas before he's sort of like in a sort of number 10 role, just to sort of the left behind the striker, and that's where he sort of excelled. And he hasn't really been playing there that season. I don't know how much truth to that because I've not watched enough games.
I don't agree with all this like wrong position. I think if you're a player who knows how to play, I mean, regardless of what position you're in, it doesn't really matter, does it?
And the argument from my Man United supporting friends about Pogba hasn't been playing in his correct position this last 6 years. Well, you've paid 90 million for him. Get a tune out of him. Play him. Find out. Sit him down. And say, where'd you like to play?
Well, not even that though. But if you're a number 10 and he gets played in a defensive midfield, at least do a job, perform, do something. I mean, even from any position, you can still pass properly, or you can still, deliver something. At least put in a performance. At least run.
Yeah,
not hard to
Pogba didn't
run, right?
He jogged a lot.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Is it a combination of things? Is it the attitude? Is it the mental strength? Is it the environment? The coaching staff?
I personally believe there's a lot of egos clashing in that dressing room.
Could well be.
Could be.
Yeah, but to go back to your earlier point, Barcelona does not need a Maguire there. I've seen he's got a turning circle of like a barge on holiday, mate.
His feet are not exactly quick, are they?
No. And with Barca playing such a high line, pressing nearly everyone in the opposition.
So someone's going to knock a ball over.
Yeah, you need someone with pace.
Some striker in La Liga is going to have a big, crazy turn of pace, going to be through on, and Maguire can't transition and turn back and chase him back. Like a PK can and a Longley and these kind of guys.
PK hasn't got the pace, but he reads the game quite well. What he lacks in pace, he makes up for in his reading of the game. But that's the thing, when we've had in the centre, we've had Longley and PK, and then the pivot, we've got Busquets. That's Bermuda Triangle of lack of pace. any through ball, any ball over the top, quick pacey striker, attacking midfielder, like a knife through butter, man. And you've seen us being all the possession, everything, the whole game. We've got everything, and you've seen like a lower ranked team, your Cadithas of this world, quick striker, ball over the top, one through ball like that, done. They're through. They've got Ter Stegen 1-on-1, and this is what the thing we need pace in that back line. Yeah. That's why I like Araujo.
Yeah,
and
I've heard about him.
And whoever might else come in,
Who was it? Someone gave a comment in the last couple of days about Barcelona's tiki-taka style of football is very outdated.
Koeman.
It was Koeman of all people. This style of football is extremely outdated. Football now is more faster. It's faster. It's a lot more physical, and this tiki-taka style just doesn't work anymore.
Do you think he's right, or do you think a bit of sour grapes, or a bit from column A, a bit from column B?
Yeah. I don't know. Pep Guardiola kind of does similar style of play at Manchester City.
I think you can still do the tiki-taka, but I think you need to combine it with some of the physical elements, because it's definitely, the game has definitely evolved a little bit. But this is
since the Guardiola peak period of 29,
a little bit,
2010,
because you look at the teams that have been winning Champions League. These are athletically strong teams, hit on the counter attack, fast pace, play with a fast tempo.
True.
And this, you look at the games Barcelona have lost. It's when they've been harried, when they've been bullied off the ball. You look at Liverpool smashing them like this. You look at Roma when they bullied us off the park. They were just pressing us. The pace, we couldn't get into the game. You see, these are the sort of games we lose. Yeah, so maybe he's got some truth there.
Maybe.
Maybe he's also sour.
Most probably. Well, I think that's it for this episode of this week on our 12th Man podcast. I think that's it for this week's news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
No, do you know what? I'm just going to sign off like normal. I'm not going to make you have to edit the ending this time.
Yeah, thank you very much. So if you are listening...
There's still time.
Don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcasts, also on Spotify, and we're also on YouTube. So don't forget to like and subscribe to all of those.
Yeah, and thank you everyone that's watched us and listened to us so far. We appreciate your support, guys and girls.
Take care. Nice being here. See you soon, guys.
Thank you, Mr. James. Appreciate having you
for joining us.
Pleasure.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you all again next week.